going on, everyone? Mile High back at it with another video. And I think we still have about 4 days left to the event, so I wanted to go over another KANE army. I haven't used them in a long time. Since everyone mostly spams disarmers, I wanted to drop a KANE army. And let me tell you, this is really strong and really simple to use. So for the equipments, really none of this stuff is required. You can kind of use whatever you want with this attack, to be honest. It's really not all that important. I do think you do want the Eternal Tome on the Warden, just for the Warden, or for the Blimp rather, to make it to the Town Hall, which I think everyone should have. So it shouldn't be that big of a deal. I like the Rage Vial, but again, other stuff will work as well. So we're going to hop into a friendly challenge first, just to show you how to use this, and then we'll get into some live Legend League attacks. Alright, for some reason it didn't bring our poison spell, even though I added it in. So we are actually one spell short here, but I like to bring a poison spell. So on a base like this, I'm just going to drop into the Giant and the KANE. I like to go into the KANE just to pick up an extra KANE to push in, but on a base like this, it's even better just because we can get the Giant as well. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to drop them all pretty close together. That way they can all get inside the Warden ability. Then we're going to use all the Headhunters and the Blimp. And then we're just going to use an early Warden ability to catch everything in the Warden's Eternal Tome. And it's going to push into the core, no problem. And then as soon as our Yetis come out, we're going to clone. And we're going to clone over towards these Fire Spitters, hopefully get all that out of the way. Then we're looking for a value with a Rage spell. We're going to pop our Queen's ability, actually, to get her Giant out in front from the action figure. Then I'm just going to kind of see where these Kanes go, and then I'm going to Rage them up. And they're all going to go over to this compartment, it appears. I'm going to see if they're going to break through this wall, hopefully. Yep, they do. So we're going to Rage up right there. And unfortunately, our King and our Queen did wander, so they might end up dying over there because we're fighting off the enemy disarmer, which is really annoying. But I don't know how many stages she has left. I know our King's at least taken her out once, but this big army up here is not going to get taken out. This is going to shred through the back of this base. I think most of our Kanes even still have their second stage left. We still have our RC ability, and as you guys saw, we basically just spammed everything in. No thought even really behind this. We're going to pop the RC ability, and of course there's a giant bomb farm right there, and all of our hogs instantly get melted. But yeah, this isn't going to defend. The disarmer is coming over here, but the Kanes actually do a really good job at taking out the disarmer. And I think these two actually still have their second stage left, so they should come back to life. Giant should take out that multi-inferno, and there's really nothing left on this base other than that scatter shot. But as you see, we still have 3 full health Kanes. Our Yeti's still alive. Giant's still alive. It is going to go down, but these Kanes are going to shred through the backside of this base. No problem. So if you guys like an attack where you can just drop stuff in quickly, not have to think about it, this is definitely for you. And like I said, a lot of people, most people are using disarmers. So if you want a good KANE army, this is definitely a good one. So let's go hop into some live Legend League attacks and see how we can do. Alright, so we have an Invis Tower. For some reason, there's a hole in the base down here next to the Giga Bomb. And then we have a Poison Tower on the backside. So we're just going to go in next to this KANE here because we basically have free access to it. So that's what we're going to do. We'll just drop all of our Kanes in. King, Queen, Warden, we'll get our Royal Champion, Blimp. We're just going to drop everything in. Get an early Warden ability to protect everything through the initial push of the base. I should have waited a second, honestly, until we passed over that Giga Bomb, because that Giga Bomb, no, we're good. We protected everything anyway. So our Blimp actually does pop early, but it's not going to matter. We're just going to clone towards the Town Hall. Now we just have extra Yetis in that are tanking for our Kanes, basically. All of our clones will clone up the Yeti Mites. We're going to actually use a Rage right here. We're going to use the King ability as well to open up that wall. And I didn't even see the Clan Castle because there was so much going on. I forgot to use my poison spell. Honestly, you don't really need the poison because you have your Royal Champion with the Electro Boots, and you have basically the mini Electro Boots basically on the KANE in their second stage. So I'm probably going to actually swap out this poison for something else. I might just bring like a freeze spell or something like that, just to freeze up maybe Air Sweeper if it's pushing our Blimp maybe. That's probably what I'm going to do, to be honest. We're going to hit the Queen ability, even though we really didn't need it. We probably could have swagged that. We're just going to poison up there to help that KANE. He's fighting off, I believe, the Yeeter on defense. Yeah, this base is smashed. It wasn't that great of a base, but I'm pretty high in trophies, so evidently this guy's up there as well, but it is getting close to the end of the season, obviously, and he probably just spammed disarmers, so that's probably why he's up here. But nonetheless, easy 3-star. We have a Giant with healers on it, still full health. We have another Giant up here. One of them has to be from the action figure. King's still alive. RC is still alive. Warden's still alive. That base was crushed. So I'll catch you guys in another attack. Alright, so we have double poison towers here. We got both fire spitters pointing down. We have the giant at the bottom, but the KANE is actually free up here. So I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to go in through the KANE here. We're just going to drop the Yeti. and the wizard on it real quick, and we'll drop everything else in the middle. Get everything working. We'll get our blimp going, get all 3 of our headhunters in, and then try to catch everything in this warden ability to make sure everything's protected. I should have froze that sweeper earlier, but I actually did get it in time. I didn't think I was going to get that in time. We're going to clone up our yetis, get a rage on them as well, try to take out that fire spitter over there and hopefully the multi-inferno, but we'll see. Let's see, I'm going to use the king's ability here to give us access to that fire spitter because it's kind of putting in work. We're going to rage this big group up here. And where's my queen at? Is it safe to pop her ability? Yeah, it is. I'm going to get my healers out, but I didn't want to do it if she was getting targeted by like a multi-inferno or something and just instantly lose my healers. The king goes to Phoenix down here, but we do have a strong push up at the top still. Our royal champion staying safe with her fox on her. Hopefully I need this minion prince to go down, but I don't think it's going to. Yeah, unfortunately the monolith Rexus. Oh, this is actually going to come back. So the minion prince should go down. Can I get the monolith as well? Come on, get the monolith. Okay, yeah, this is crushed. All we got left now to fight off is basically the yeeter and the disarmer on the backside, but we should honestly be able to mostly avoid that disarmer because everything is going to be just completely wiped out before we even have to bother fighting her, I think. We get the giant. We're fighting the yeeter. Yeah, we're good. The hogs are going to take this out. Easy 3-star. Again, just completely crushed. A really fast attack as well, and you really don't even have to think. So I'm going to go get some clan castle troops and hop into the next one. Alright, so this is a bit of an interesting base here. We've got the town hall all the way at the bottom. This huge compartment in the middle. The Kane's over here, so I'm probably just going to use the yeti and the wizard to pick that up, but I'm going to wait. I'm going to delay, and I think I'm just going to come in from the top here and just try to get rid of this disarmor as fast as I possibly can. Like I said, I do not want to have to deal with that. So let's wait a minute. We'll send our blimp in, get our headhunters in, make sure we get a good warden ability. I want to use it a little early so our canes don't take too much damage. Where are the air sweepers at here? Okay, we got one sweeper pointed up. I'm going to freeze that. Hope our blimp is getting targeted, which sucks, but that's okay. I kind of want to drop the clones in here anyway because that's where most of the value is on the base. We're actually going to pick up this other cane now. And of course, it targets the elixir collector, but that's alright. We should get it anyway. Alright, where should we rage next? We're going to rage down here. They should keep pushing towards that town hall, hopefully. Get our royal champion ability in. We picked up the other cane over here from the army camp. It should break in. Hopefully get that ricochet cannon. It's going to go down pretty quick, but let's get our healers in on our queen here. Try to heal that cane back up. I should have used it a little bit earlier. We do have access to this giant over here from that army camp as well. That should help us push through the backside of the base. Unfortunately, we missed some trash up here, but that yeeter's being annoying, but it should get one shot. Yeah, it got wrecked. Yeah, we should be good here. The town hall is standing, which is a little bit sketchy, but we still have our king's ability. We still have 2 full health giants, and our queen's still full health. We still got healers, and I'm waiting for a good king ability here. I want to wait to be able to hit these defenses back here. So I am going to try to be a little bit patient here. Our last cane is about to go down, but our king's still full health, queen's still full health. We still have a giant up. So now I'm just going to wait 1 second. When I get close to this wall, I'm going to hit the king ability. And that pretty much will take everything out, I think. We're just, yeah. All we have left is the one collector up here. Or not the collector. Looks like the dark barracks. I should have honestly waited until one more building went down so that my not my earthquake boots, my spiky ball would have taken that out. But I wasn't counting, and it didn't matter anyway. I mean, we still have 1 minute and 10 seconds left, so I guess it really didn't matter either way. But that base was absolutely crushed. I didn't even get the blimp to the town hall, but that's all right. Most of the value was in the core anyway, so it helped to get a bunch of that core stuff out that our canes were going to get stuck on anyway. So as you see, this is a very easy attack. You really can't mess this up. The worst thing that'll happen is maybe you'll time fail if you mess it up too bad, but it's a very simple attack, very easy. Let me know how it works for you guys. Drop a like if you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.